While the U.S. has seen a sharp decline in new cases, another part of the world is seeing a COVID surge. Hong Kong, considering another lockdown to slow the spread. For more on this, Richard Kimber is live in Hong Kong with the very latest. Richard, what's behind the surge and how bad is it?
Well, there's certainly cause for concern here. There were 55,000 new cases today. That's a record by some 70% on anything we've seen before. The latest Omicron outbreak here has seen almost 1,000 people die. Many of those are elderly in the population, many of who have not been vaccinated. And part of the problem that Hong Kong has faced is for most of the last 2 years, while the rest of the world has been suffering in many ways quite badly from COVID-19, there's really been only a handful of cases here by the most part week on week. Now, that's led to a level of ultimate complacency among much of the public who have chosen not to be vaccinated in many cases, or have at least decided that this isn't necessarily a threat now. But since the whole city has been closed off to much of the rest of the world during that time, now this outbreak has started to occur here. It's spread very, very quickly, and as you can see behind me with the types of high-rise apartment blocks that we have littering the city, there's a very, very high density of population, and that's led to very, very quick transmission among society.
To this, officials are considering a region-wide lockdown for Hong Kong. What does that look like, considering Hong Kong is very different from the Chinese approach to this?
That's right. This is really the big talking point here. There are two major strategies that the government's looking at to try and stamp out this outbreak. The first is that there'll be a mass citywide test taking place here in the next few weeks. That's the first time the government's made that mandatory. Everybody here will be tested 3 times over a short period, probably over a couple of weeks. And during that time, there may or may not be a full-scale lockdown. The government at the moment is saying there will not be, but there's been mixed messages about this in the last few weeks. What's expected that there will be at least high-level restrictions on people's movements. There are already many social gathering rules here and many rules about mask wearing and social distancing and so on. But the expectation is that at some point in the latter half of this month, it'll be a basic situation where everybody's staying at home, working from home, not really going out unless it's absolutely essential, and being compulsorily tested 3 times. Now, what will happen then is anybody who tests positive, whether they're asymptomatic, mild symptoms or severe, they'll all be taken either to hospital or to an isolation centre in an effort to try and stamp this out once and for all. And there are mass testing facilities and isolating facilities being built all over the city as I speak.
All right, Hong Kong correspondent Richard Kimber with the latest from Hong Kong. Thanks.